Hi, Molly. We were just talking about the two formulas from last night, and it's half-angle IDs on page 129. So we have collaborated and put these up on the board. It's kind of interesting that even though this one is sine, look what shows up in the middle, cosine. Even though it is the sine of half an angle, it's actually cosine in the formula. And cosine is also cosine. What's the difference? Tell the blind teacher, what's the difference between these two formulas? Not a whole lot, Hannah.
Just the SIGN.
Yes, the SIGN, the sign that falls in here. Notice the sine is the negative one, whereas before we kind of noticed sine was the positive one. So here's what our memory has to deal with. We're going to show one example, Molly, one tiny whiny example, because the algebra is a little irritating in the middle. It's not bad, but a little irritating. And if you can, oh, I need that call. I'll go in a minute. Remind me to check it. I'm going to buy another house. It's funny, isn't it?
Wait.
I'll tell you later when I'm not on video. All right, so anyway, cosine of 75. Why do you think, you got to be able to look at this and see that it qualifies as a half angle problem. And the way you do that is in your little brain, in your large brain. There, you're thinking, is 75 on the unit circle? And that's the first question that's floating through your beautiful mind. And is 75 one of the angles on our unit circle? Yes or no?
No.
No, it's not.
25 and 45.
Remember that big list? Remember the big list we had on our table and then on the board? All right, or you can just use your eye and go around the unit circle. You'll see 75 is not a big player there.
At least the other one is.
Pardon?
At least the double of that.
Right, but if you double it, what do you see on the, Hannah, what's the double 75?
150.
Right, so then your next thought, what about 75 times 2? And that is 150. Is that on the unit circle?
It's like crooked.
Yay, it is. So 150 is on the unit circle, so I'm going to use 150 to represent what?
I don't know if you can see that.
Oh, is that off?
Should I zoom in? No,
Okay,
don't
the
zoom
thought
in.
cloud, that's okay, she'll live.
Yeah, okay.
It's like a
It
glare.
says, what about that?
Yeah, that might be better.
But then it doesn't see the...
Yeah, well, she already saw
It says 1 about
those.
75 times 2 equals 150. That's
Yeah.
what it says, Molly. You're welcome.
All right, sorry, there seems to be a weird glare there. I don't know. I'll switch to yellow. That might help as well.
It's also tilted.
It's not straight.
The tilting is correctable with that if you really
Yeah,
care.
I tried to, but
You have to loosen it.
loosen it.
Yeah. Now it'll swing all around. And then you just get it where you want it and tighten it. Is it any better?
Yeah.
A little bit? All right. It's not that important to be perfectly straight. She can go like this, right? Okay. Cosine of 75, then I'm going to represent it with cosine of 150 divided by 2. Why? Because 150 is on the unit circle. 75 is a no-go. 150 is good. So plug that in the formula. So the formula, we're using this one, the cosine one. And we're going to write cosine of 150 over 2. This is my A. So I get plus or minus 1 plus the cosine of 150 over 2. Now, the formula doesn't know whether the answer is plus or minus. So back to your beautiful brain again. You have to figure that part out. So looking at the original problem, in this quadrant where 75 resides, is cosine positive or negative?
Positive.
Right, it's a first quadrant problem, so we do not need the negative answer. Alrighty, here's where the algebra gets a little irritating, but we can do it. I just want to walk you through it, and they'll all pretty much follow the same pattern. So, what is the cosine of 150? Abby, on your circle, Allie, you have your circle out? Or you do it in your mind, that's great. 150.
5 or 6.
Yeah, but the cosine would be the first.
Negative square root of 3 over
It's
3.
negative, yeah. So negative square root of 3 over 2 divided by 2. So now this is where the algebra comes in that I want you to do. And you're going to work in the numerator first. And in the numerator, it's 2 over 2. Why? Because I'm giving it the like numerator. I'm giving it the like denominator in the numerator. So all I'm dealing with right there, it becomes this. You follow that? I changed the 1 to 2 over 2. So, and that 2 is still there as well. Can you do that? Any questions on what that is? You got it down? All right, so now I'm going to, in the numerator, I'm going to give it the like denominator, and that's divided by 2. I'm going to write the 2 in the bottom. It's 2 over 1. Now you see the familiar flip the bottom and multiply. So flip this up here, and I get, sorry, ran out of board space. Maybe I can get rid of this cow now. All right, so go over here. We have 2 minus the square root of 3 over 4. All right, algebraically, what we can do with this 4, since it's under the radical and we know the square root of 4, it is a 2. So that can come out, sorry. That can come out and look like this. It can come out and be a 1/2 out here. And that is as much as we can do. Sorry. Whoever uses those, sorry. All right, so my problem started here and went around. So, questions on the algebra there? It gets a little dicey in here, but now that you've seen it last night, you've seen it this morning, it should make sense to you. You'll be doing it a couple times today. I'll leave that up. All right. Molly, we're into group work now. I can shine the video on the paper, and I'll leave your paper with Miss Tammy's substitute. So you can get it there as well. So for right now, you can look for part 2 for the paperwork. So over and out for now. Bailey, you can cut it.
Bye.